All right. Let's see how this go. Look, y'all had to forgive me. I got some serious issues going on. Uh, if you are, a part of the channel on a normal basis, then I don't. My stream doesn't normally look like this. Good afternoon. I see you, Preston. I'm. I got some issues. Okay, I got issues today, and yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out uh, how do I do this? How? Okay, that's fine, but yeah, this thing is giving me the blues. Y'all, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. We'll see. But I see your comments, um, even if you can't see them on screen. I see your comments. Uh, Preston, good afternoon. I can't put them on screen, or at least I haven't figured out. Again, there's something going on. Hold on. If I do that, will it put them? How do I put them on the screen? That's what I want to know. How do I put the chat? Okay, if the chat is ready to display the messages, then what's stopping it? Uh, Hold on. Settings. I don't want to hide the messages. I see them, but I want them on the screen. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, copy. You can open this in a browser. Okay, I know that, but how do I get it? Okay, I don't know how to do it. Sorry. I got to learn this new system, and it's brand new. Like when I got home and I pulled out my old, unplug that, pulled out my old trusty A10 Mini Pro, and it looks like I forgot the power cord to the A10 Mini Pro at home. I mean, at the church. I wasn't going over to the church. Y'all all know I was rushing anyway, and the show was going to be late either way it went, but I didn't think it was going to be this late. That's the thing that I use to send all of my video and audio and everything to y'all. But because I don't have it, now I'm using a new system that I learned this in the past 10 minutes. I don't like the way the video looks. I can't monitor the audio. Uh, yes, somebody said my audio is very low. There's nothing I can do about it. Wait a minute, it might be something I can do about it. Hold on. Let's see. Go here. Go here. I don't even know what that means. Okay. If we go there. No. What if we go there? Hey, hey. 1, 2. Still the same. Oh. Y'all don't know how frustrated I am. Y'all have no idea how frustrated I am. Because y'all know I don't like to do, well, y'all may not know, but I don't like to do stuff like this and it not be right. So I'll get it right. It'll be right Wednesday because I won't be on tomorrow because, again, I have a thing on Tuesdays. So it won't be right. It'll be right on Wednesday. So this is going to be a quick show. It don't show me who's watching or anything. Come on. Okay, wait a minute. Now I can see the people who are on. See, I'm figuring it out as I go along. It still won't let me put the chat up. Hey, a minute. Maybe if I paste here, enter. I already saw that. That ain't helping me none. All right. We just going to deal with it. I'm sorry. There's maybe. I don't know if that'll help. If that helps it get maybe a little louder, um, hopefully. But let me see if I can go through and say hello to everyone. Y'all don't realize how frustrated I am. Y'all have no idea how frustrated I am. Preston, good afternoon. I see Preston in the house. Robert Willis, good afternoon, Robert Willis. Preston's representing Avondale. Lewis in the house. Lewis is representing Sharonville. Why won't it show? Lewis is representing Sharonville. Got Lamont in the house. Lamont representing Westwood, Grande, powerful royal people. I still see purple every time I read that comment. Mike in the house representing Hartwell. Mike Ballard, good afternoon, Mike. Dwayne in the house representing Mount Airy. Got Ben in the house representing North Central Loveland. What's up, Ben? Daryl's in the house. Daryl says he's present. Mike says the volume is low. I'm sorry. It'll be fixed on Wednesday. I promise you that. I promise you that. If I had to go break into... No, I'm not breaking into church. But if I had to go over to the church and get the thing, I don't have access. I had to call somebody to get access. But I kind of want to get this thing right anyway. So we'll see what happens. If I don't get it right tomorrow night when I get home, and I'll sit down here and figure it out, then I'll run over to the church and get the thing sometime during the day on Wednesday. But Brent in the house. I'm still clicking on it like it's going to pop up on the screen. Brent in the house representing Dallas, Texas. Andrea in the house representing Gulf Manor. Got David in the house representing Westchester, and Daryl in the house. Let's see. Regina, good afternoon. Shannon, have you considered StreamYard? It's not, it might be. I was about to say it's not Restream, but it might be Restream. I'm going to give this a chance to see if I can figure it out. That's what I'm going to do. And if I can't figure it out, then we're going to have problems. Chat settings. Embed and stream. Yes. Why are you not? Okay, you there. There's no reason for you to not show. Hold on. Let's try this. Restream chat. Hold on. We're going to see if we can make this thing happen. All right. Restream chat is over there. Yes. All right. And y'all watching me kind of do this. Not that y'all can see what I'm doing on the screen. At least I hope y'all can see what I'm doing on the screen. Okay, so open. Open. What is stopping you from opening? Yes, open. Okay, wait a minute. Here we got something here. But I want that on the screen. Now it's just making me mad. Let me go back here. Brenda, representing Fairfield, good afternoon. We got Vincent and Blue Ash, good afternoon. David says, should we call in with a phone check? I don't even want to try the phones. I'm scared to try the phones. No. Somebody said that's better. Okay, so the audio got better. Seabreeze says, happy Monday. Seabreeze, representing Boston. Valerie in the house. Good afternoon, Valerie. Scott, representing West Walnut Hills. I don't know that I like that name. It's someone, do you riz me? I've riz someone before, but I don't know that I want to answer that question. Good afternoon. DeAndre, good afternoon. Terry, representing downtown, good afternoon. Do you riz me is representing North College Hill. All right. Let me see. Yeah, Jerica says you're here. So am I. Yes, yes, you are. And good afternoon to you. Jeannie in the house. Jeannie in the house. We got Tria in the house. Tria representing Columbia Township. Um, Jeffrey in the house. Jeffrey Durden watching. Good afternoon. Carolyn in the house representing East Walnut Hills. Got Monica in the house representing Pleasant Run. Nat Turner in the house. Good afternoon. Let me see. Sean in the house. Good afternoon. Michael Pryor says it's about time. Yeah, it is about time. Myosha in the house says skip all over me. I didn't see. I'm sorry. Pat in the house. Good afternoon. Tanika in the house representing Orlando. Brian in the house. Good afternoon. All right. Everybody's here. Good afternoon. Sorry I can't put the chat up. I like seeing the chat, but I can only do that what I can do, because I would spend the next 2 hours trying to figure it all out, which I might actually end up doing after I end the show early. Joe Biden drops out. And that was telling me that Joe Biden drops out of the race and gives his support to Kamala Harris. So that's a good thing, right? And we'll have to see what happens. There's no doubt in my mind that she's going to get the nomination. Will she win? I've seen some people, and I've even thought, hold on, excuse me, y'all. Got my old school Kings Island cup. I even thought she can't win. For real, I thought there's no way she's not going to win. She can't win. It's Trump's going to win. Biden should have dropped out earlier, so on and so forth. Hold on, I'm moving some stuff around, y'all. This is vexing my spirit, so y'all just don't understand. I'll figure it out, but it's vexing me. So now will Harris? Hold on, stop. Your Highness, focus. What's wrong is wrong. You just handle what you can. Figure everything else out later. All right. So will Kamala Harris, does she stand a shot at winning? I think she does. I think this is what needed to happen to inject that energy into the campaign. And I think when the convention comes around, there's going to be a new level of excitement. And with that new level of excitement, I think it might push her over the top. Does racism still exist? Contrary to what some people believe, racism does still exist. Is that going to be a barrier that she needs to kind of push back against or go around or whatever? It's going to be a barrier. But I think that Trump's negatives hopefully will outweigh that barrier. So that's what I'm hoping happens. I don't know, but it's good that he did it before the convention. And I'm not really concerned about, because clearly, like I said earlier, if I'm running for president and you tell me, oh man, you ain't got people fired up enough. Okay. They just ain't fired up enough. I'm the president. They're gonna come around or they're not. But for him to step out, do I think this makes him some great patriot? No. He just knew that he wasn't gonna win. They convinced him, you're not gonna win. You can't fight this fight. You fought a good fight. It's time to move on. And of course, now they're like, oh, he's such a patriot. He cares so much about that. Nah, he wanted to stay in. But he realized the money drying up. Everybody gonna be mad at me. We're gonna lose the House. We're gonna lose the Senate. We're gonna lose the presidency. And everybody gonna say it was my fault. Plus, I'm old. I want the power. No matter who you are, Let me walk that back a little bit. There's a good chance that whoever you are and whatever it is that you aspire to do, if you've aspired to do this thing since you was 30 years old, since for 50 years, right? And then you finally attain whatever the highest level of whatever it is that you do. Whatever the highest level it is of whatever it is that you do. You finally attain that level. He's in politics. The highest level in America that you can attain is president. So if you, I don't know, if you play sports, Super Bowl or finals, or you MVP and whatever the highest level you can attain, you're there. And while you're there, they say, you got to quit. You can't play. You sing and entertain. Whatever, you Michael Jackson. And they tell Michael Jackson, at the peak of Michael Jackson-ness, you got to quit. You at the top, you got to quit. You Taylor Swift, you Beyonce, and they tell you right now, you got to quit. You like, no, I got what I've been trying to get my whole life. So it makes sense to me that you would fight against giving it up. I can only do it twice. I've done it once. I'm in the position to do it twice. To steal CK's metaphor or analogy or whatever it is, I'm the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl last year. I got us back in the Super Bowl this year. It's almost game time, and you pull me aside and say, you can't play. What you mean I can't play? I was the MVP. I was the MVP of the game last year. I was the MVP of the league this year. I'm killing them out here. You mean I can't play? What do you mean? So I understand the hesitation to give it up. It makes sense. It makes sense. But he did. And now, there's a really good chance it'll be Kamala Harris. Unless something happened between the time that I left work and I got here, she's got to figure out, well, first they got to get all the delegates and all that stuff together. But I think that's coming together quickly. Money, what did they raise? Like $60, $70 million yesterday? That's coming together. That's coming together. Who's going to be the VP? I don't know. But look, I support Kamala. Hold on, let me be honest. Actually, a little more than I support Kamala. I'm against Donald Trump. I'm not gonna lie. It wouldn't have mattered to me who they put in there. Like I told y'all, if they put the devil in there, like Joe Biden's dropping out and he's like, but I endorse Satan, I'd have been like, do I vote for Satan or do I vote for Trump? It'd have been a hard decision. It would have been a hard decision. Y'all think I'm trying to be funny. I'm not. It would have been a difficult decision to make. There's no way you would have voted for the devil. I might have just stayed home. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely wasn't going to vote for Trump. I'm just staying home. I'm not voting for the devil, but I'm definitely not voting for Trump. Well, you know, a non-vote is a vote for the devil. You say what you want to say. I'm not voting. So it wouldn't have mattered who they put in there. Trump's not getting my vote. And short of the devil, I would have voted for, just about anybody they put in there. I'd have voted for him. So that's that. The convention should be exciting. They're already trying to weasel out of the debate because they don't want to debate her. Look, y'all might not like her. Some of y'all might not like her, but she kind of know what she's doing in terms of debating. I remember watching her and Mike Pence, and I remember her telling him, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Let me finish speaking. I remember that. They don't want to deal with stuff like that. This ain't going to be no Hillary. You ain't going to be walking around me, bullying me. I'm not scared of you. It flipped so many things. Everybody done heard it. Yeah, now he the old man in the race. All of that kind of stuff. Can't you feel the new excitement? Here's what I wonder, though. This is for my independent friends who are voting for Trump. For my independent friends who are voting for Trump. Look, I'm going to stop saying you're a Republican. Okay? Whoever you are. If you say you're independent, I accept that you're an independent. Here, I got a new take on that because I thought about it. I'm an independent. Okay? I'm not a registered anything. I'm an independent. But I'm clearly voting for, well, now it looks like Kamala Harris. So I'm clearly voting for Kamala Harris. But that don't make me any less independent. Right? So, okay, you're independent. You're voting for Trump. Here's my question. Y'all remember when Donald Trump allegedly got shot at? And people were running around talking about Joe Biden and the Democrats, it was their fault. And they were going to have this uniting convention and all of that kind of stuff. And they was going to unite everybody. It was going to be beautiful. They were going to unite everybody. It was going to be beautiful. One of the things that they said that I believe J.D. Vance in particular, but a few other people, and I heard people on talk shows say this too, calling Donald Trump the enemy of democracy, some fascists who we had to defeat at all costs, led to this. And somehow the Democrats were at fault. And we had people hollering and screaming. Hold on, let me see. Wait a minute. Let's do this. Move you here. Move you there. Move that here. Put that. Ooh, I can't put it there. I can put it here. Put that there. Okay. I think you can call me. 513-717-5464. I don't even have all my stuff. 513-717-5464. 513-717-KING. That's the number to get on board. What was I saying? We had people who were hollering and screaming on talk shows, telling people to shut the F up and all of that stuff. And if you were saying that Trump was an enemy of democracy, then you are encouraging violence. You're encouraging violence. I mean, they were really passionate about this. And if you know anything about me, you know that I like to hear people be somewhat consistent. So at the convention, didn't you hear Trump say that Democrats were the enemy of democracy? I'm still listening. Because I want to hear all of the Republicans screaming about how he's encouraging violence against Democrats. He said the thing. Yeah, the thing that y'all said that if you said it, then you were encouraging people to attempt to assassinate people. He said the thing. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Remember, that was bad to say. That was bad. It was evil. It was encouraging violence. He said it. Where are y'all? Oh, it was only bad when a Democrat said it. Or that was something that y'all could use to try to demonize the Democrats. Because if it was bad when Joe and the Democrats said it, wouldn't it be equally bad when Donald Trump says it, even after the realization that violence is possible? Oh, but it's different. Emanuel is different. He's Donald Trump. He's Donald Trump. It's different. The inconsistency bothers me. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have a problem with him saying it. I don't have a problem with him saying it. Just like I didn't have a problem with the Democrats saying it. I don't think that saying what you think, which I genuinely believe Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. That's not encouraging somebody to go out and try to kill that man. But I'm just saying, I recognize that all of this other stuff is just, look, this is all, sadly, this is a big game. This is a big game. And people are playing this game. And you got to move here, you got to move there, and this, it's a game. And so you have to be strategic. I understand y'all being outraged at the Democrats for saying that and not being outraged when Donald Trump said it. I understand y'all being outraged when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, and not being outraged when the Republicans said, if you don't vote for Trump, you ain't black. I understand it. I promise you I do. I just want to make sure that y'all understand that we understand it. We're not falling for the tricks. Some people are. But we're not falling for the tricks. We get what a thing is. We get it. What else? Because, I mean, that was the big news. That was the big news. Ron says, what's the trip is we already got over all that. We know what it is, you just not being honest and trying to put a spin on it, but it's too late. Got over what? What did y'all get over? I'm so confused. I have to be honest. I'm confused about what it is that you're saying. Brent says the old man needs to step down. He continues to ramble endlessly and can't remember folks' names. By the way, he's probably talking about Donald Trump. He's probably talking about Donald Trump. Because you can say that about Donald Trump now. He's kind of old and he does ramble kind of on and on and on. He forgets stuff. He says stuff that, I mean, just, he's, I don't know that he's capable of telling the truth. But I really do believe Kamala has a shot. I'm not here to say look, Donald Trump has a shot. Still a pretty good shot at becoming your next president. He does. Whether you like it or not, he does. He might be your next president. I mean, I think there's actually, as it stands right now, as far as I can tell, a better than 50-50 shot that he'll be your next president. That, of course, can change. That, of course, can change. But you have to help change it. Okay, wait a minute. Brent.
Hey, what's going on, E-Man?
How you doing? Now, look, before you get into your call, I want to know from people, can y'all hear Brent? Because I'm not sure that they're going to be able to hear you, Brent.
Gotcha.
So,
testing 1, 2, 3.
Y'all let me know if y'all hear Brent. Let me know. There's a little bit of a delay. So, I'm just waiting for somebody. Yes. Okay. They hear you.
I need cash now. Okay.
They hear you.
All right. Yeah. Donald Trump and his running mate, J.D. Wentworth. That's a combination for you. But I was talking about Trump, with him rambling on incessantly and forgetting where he is from cities. There's endless loops of him dealing with that. But it's, we're in uncharted territory. There's so many things that have to fall perfectly on Kamala's side in order to work out. But if the Democrats have a strong ground game and make sure that they are hitting, the battleground states, make sure they are making sure that people are registered, because a lot of these states are still purging rolls, as we speak in terms, for election integrity. And they actually get people out to early vote, especially in Georgia, where they were having 8 and 10 hour long waits in line just to vote, which is insane. I don't know why that is even a thing today in this day and age. But I just got a question for Kamala Harris. Is she going to pull out the Timberlands on the campaign trail like she did before?
She probably will. She probably will.
And to all of her sorors, and Alpha Kappa Alpha.
It's all the same.
In Sorority Incorporated. I want to make sure I get it right.
You don't have to.
They gonna have to get over hearing white women ski win, because there's gonna be a lot of it.
Oh.
Don't give them the side eye, because you need her to vote for your girl. At the very least, wait for her to get in office. Then you can give them the side eye. And when they try to jump into their little, I don't want to call them little, don't want to disparage, but when they get in their little Soul Train line, they can't be snatching white women by the back of the head out the line. So there may have to be there's have to be a lot of patience and a lot of education going on, just so that they understand and don't feel like they're not being centered. Because that's going to happen whether you conservative or liberal. Whiteness is, doesn't have any party affiliation. So that's my concern there. But I actually wondered, I normally don't talk about local Cincinnati events because I don't know much about it. But after listening to Lincoln's show today, he had Mr. Leonard on repping for Come See Lotion. Did you hear about that?
I heard Mr. Leonard.
I think the last time he was on the radio was maybe like 5 years ago, and just the passion he speaks with is just impeccable. And it cured a lady or a guy from having to have a pacemaker, and in the past it could cure everything from the gout to sugar diabetes.
Look, Brent, a lot of people don't remember this, but I remember this. Once when he was on, and I'm not making this up, if I had a recording of it, I would play it. Once when he was on, he claimed that Come See Lotion resurrected somebody. He said somebody died. I promise you, I'm not making this up. He said somebody died. They went in, I believe, to the coroner's office. They lathered him down with Come See Lotion, and next thing you know, he got up. So that Come See Lotion it is miraculous if you listen to Mr. Leonard.
Now, will it help me? I'm follically challenged. Will it allow me to wear my do-rag cap again and pull out my 10 of Dax and sporting waves that I've had on hold for the past 20 years? Will it do that?
Well, I'm not sure. Here's what I know. This is just the stuff off the top of my head if I run it down. I think he was saying earlier today that he said the shaking thing. I think he was talking about Parkinson's. So it cures Parkinson's.
Multiple sclerosis.
Well, no, that was something different. That was something different.
Okay.
Yeah. So Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, blindness. Y'all remember when once he said that there was a person who was blind. They put Come See lotion on their eyes, and they opened up their eyes and they could see. Cause you remember the caller named G? Always whispered, "Yeah, Lincoln. Yeah,
Oh
Lincoln."
yeah.
Him,
Yeah.
he called in on that show because he wanted to know the number because he was blind. And he wanted to know the number and how he could get himself some Come See lotion. So it cures blindness, it cures heart disease, it cures, what else does it cure? Death.
Look, he's doing better than Jesus. Jesus even had to use a little spit, so I guess it's even more sanitary. All you got to do is.
Well, I don't know what's in it to say it's sanitary. I don't like that name, and it makes me curious about the ingredients. But
look, Mr. Leonard said it's named after Come See Jamaica, which I still haven't looked it up on the map.
It is actually a place. I did look it up. I did look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a place, and it is actually spelled that way. But I'm still not comfortable with it.
Look, if I become the Texas distributor, I'm coming up with a different name. Flat out, I can't. I can't be riding around in a little pink car selling this little pink lotion and telling people all its great wares. And what's the name of it again?
Here's what I used to fuss about all the time when I was there and he would come in. And I had no problem with him. His hustle is his hustle. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do, say what you say to sell your lotion. But my thing was, as a company, as a radio station, we should have some level of responsibility to, at the very least, say, these claims have not been evaluated by the FDA, and we do not endorse that this product has done all of these things. Or, something just to let people know when you do the commercial. And G was the one who made me think that, because when he heard it cured blindness, he wanted some Come See lotion. And I'm like, I'm not saying it don't. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. I'm not going to say that it doesn't resurrect the dead or, cure heart disease and, all of that kind of stuff. But I'm going to say, until you show me some actual proof, not some testimony. And he even said today, it cured, what did it cure? It cured something, but then it made the guy violent, and so he punched him in the head. That was really weird to me. Why would you say that? Like, why would you? Well, it cured so-and-so of whatever ailed them, but it made them very violent, and now they just run around socking people in the head. It was the weirdest thing. But I said it for years and years, and people fought against me, and I guess we never got sued behind it. So, but I said somebody during those things there should be some sort of a disclaimer, like what they do before Al Sharpton. Radio 1 does not endorse this product, and cannot say that these claims are valid.
Yeah, because he didn't mention that. Because before he had even had a Come See tea.
Yes, he did.
That he didn't rep. So I wonder if that's going to be there. And look, this is what I'm willing to do for the sake of scientific trials. I got $50 on Come See lotion if we can get a cross section of your listeners to try out this Come See lotion for their various maladies. Because we got, like I said, I even have dandruff. I'm going to see if it'll cure my dandruff. You got a stale ginger snap addiction. Will it cure that addiction?
It might.
You got a couple of callers who just had bouts of cussing. Will it cure cussing? Even with Lincoln, if we stand into Lincoln's crowd, there's even some racists that don't even know they're racist that call in all the time. Could it cure racism?
It might. Look, but here's what I tell you though. They gave me some Come See lotion once. He had these little sample bottles. And he gave me a bottle, or either he or Lincoln gave me a little bottle sample of it. And I squirted it out and, put it on my fingers, and it was sticky. And I was like, yeah, nah, I don't want this. I I don't know what's in it. It's called Cum-C lotion, spelled C-U-M-C lotion. It's like, I don't know what's in this stuff. It's sticky. It doesn't smell great. I'll pass. Whatever happens to me just happens to me. And I don't know, maybe when I die, y'all can lather me up with it and try to resurrect me at the coroner's office. But yeah.
Hey, it may even cure unconventional hairlines. We just don't know, but we gotta find out.
If I put it on to that little part right there, grow in, I'll be on, I'll do a testimonial. Well, but I am not putting that stuff on my head. I'm just not.
But yeah, and like 5 years or so ago, I finally got a hold of Mr. Leonard, and he did send me some, and I sent it to my auntie and my mom, and both of them commented about the smell of it. Like, I don't know about the smell.
But it is. It's interesting.
Yeah, and Lincoln, instead of getting that knee replacement that costs probably tens of thousands of dollars and probably another couple of hundred for that injection, I don't know what they put in there, silicone in his knee or whatever. He should have been trying the Cum-C lotion, so he could have gave a testimonial.
He should have.
So
he should have.
Oh man, but I did. One thing I totally 100% agree with Mr. Leonard on is that these drug companies don't want to make drugs that actually cure disease, because that's a one-time customer. They want you to get these drugs that have you coming back, and because some of them, it's like $40,000 just for one injection, which is insane. Yeah. So it's one. I'm just glad Madame Curie and who are the other old timers who gave away their patents for penicillin and everything for $1. I'm glad they were around back then, because if they're around now, man, you have so many sick people because they just would not give them the cure, or it'll keep them cured for 2 to 3 weeks, and you got to come back. And that's just, that whole profit mentality from that is just not good for citizens in general. But that's all I got for you. I had to take some notes, make sure I got everything in there. But yeah, but if there is even a 1% chance that it will help solve those maladies, like I said, I got 50 on it. So if you're going up there, he typically does like a 50% off. And he'll have some nurses come up there and say, yeah, I rub it on my patients when I do home health care, and they just as spry as they were when they were 25. Look, I'm willing to participate in this. I just need volunteers.
All right, Brent.
Send me a DM, send me your malady, and we will keep track. And may have to do at least a daily log to track our progress. But hey, we might be onto something. And like I said, I got Texas. I got deals on all of Texas. So
I figured what's the worst that could happen, but you be sticky.
Yeah, or get a knock from the FDA talking about, hey, what you doing?
No, but I mean, as a person, like, you try it. If you are suffering from some sort of illness or whatever, yeah, and the doctor shook his head and said ain't nothing we can do.
Yep.
What's the worst that could happen? You put some Cum-C lotion in, and you sticky, but you still in the same situation.
It is reasonably priced.
Yeah, but for all you know, it could cure you. So, what you got to lose? But a few dollars.
Hey, you may wind up seeing it on the altars or behind the pulpit next to that bottle of Pompeii oil in black churches. You never know. The options are endless. But all right, well, let me get back at it. This computer is still acting up from last week, so I don't think it's related to the whole Microsoft stuff, but I just spent an hour on the phone with IT and still not anywhere closer to being done. But I'm still on the clock, so that's all good.
All right.
Yeah. All right, take it easy.
All right. That was Brent, and the phones actually worked. If you're just tuning in, y'all forgive me. Y'all know this ain't normally the way it looks. I had some technical difficulties. We're just pushing through, and we'll figure them out after the show or tomorrow. I'll figure out how to do everything that I need to do. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
How you doing? I'm good, by the way.
Man, hey, I'm good at it, man. I'm trying to figure it out, man. Like you said, come see. That's an excellent marketing scheme. The name speaks for itself. Just come see what it's about. Like you said, you in a dire situation. You think you about to lose? Hey, get some of that come see lotion. You feel me?
Yeah, what's the worst
Just
that could
come see.
happen?
Look at it hurt.
Yeah.
There it is. What's the worst that could happen? Martin Lawrence, Danny DeVito.
Like Donald Trump
Blockbuster.
said to black people when asked why should black people vote for him, what in the hell do you have to lose?
Exactly. Like you said, you got Sleepy Joe. He just bowed out. You know what I mean? And now we got a situation where it's looking like the red is in the best situation with the attempt on his life, right? Because he could spin that all the way to a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm thinking the best opportunity for the blue is you have to get a great candidate. Who you think is the best candidate to put in the blue for a victory?
Well, I mean, I think Kamala. If you don't put Kamala in there, you're not going to win. No ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Oh, my. You saying she's the only choice?
Well, here's why I say that. There are a lot of black people who, if they did her wrong on this, would not support whatever they did. If she's good enough to be the vice president, she should be good enough to step up and be the president. So if you're telling me the vice president ain't good enough to step up, then why? You know, black people and me, and it's a reasonable question. Is it because she black? Because y'all don't want no black president? Is that why y'all won't pick Kamala Harris? So if they don't pick her, you turn off a whole lot of black people and a whole lot of women, and hadn't thought about this until I was watching Lincoln and the mayor was in, a whole lot of Asian people. So you turning off three big voting blocks right there if you pick anybody but Kamala Harris. She is their best shot at winning, because if they do that, they mess their votes up.
So you saying she is the groom? She was the one that was groomed well. This is her opportunity.
This is her. It's hers to lose. It's hers to lose. Because anybody, again, look, and I told you, if they said, you know what, Gavin Newsom is going to be our presidential nominee, I'm staying home. That sister been in there for 4 years, doing whatever it is the vice presidents do, nobody knows. She been in there for 4 years, vice president, and then it comes time for the person who's leading this ticket, and he steps down, and so you say, well, nah, we gonna put a white man in there. You're not getting my vote. I'm just telling you, you're not getting my vote if you do that.
But you got to remember, to get your weakest opposition is the female. He already defeated a woman before. That's how he got in office.
But you're not. Hold on. I just want you to know that sounded eerily similar to some stuff that I've heard racist people say.
Yes.
I've heard racist people say, why won't you hire a black person for that job? Well, we hired a black person once and it didn't work out, so we don't want to go down that road again. Oh, well, he already beat a woman, so you got to get a man. Like, come on.
America has showed you that they don't want to put a woman in leadership position. This is America, sir. You can't switch it around with your fancy media. America is chauvinistic. America is racist. We can't have a black president. We can't have a female president. Keep trying.
We've had a black president. We just haven't had a female president yet.
Okay, well, you saying the light-skinned assassin. Well, if she could pull that off, I would consider it an upset. I will give her a props.
I'll consider it an upset too. And I'm not saying it's a slam dunk. It's not. But her disapproval level, her non-likability, I know that's not what they call it. Her non-likability is nowhere near as high at least in my opinion and the people I listen to, nowhere near as high as Hillary's was.
Wait, yeah. Oh, you saying they hated Hillary more than they hate her?
And I still don't know why people hated Hillary as much as they did.
It was the
but
emails.
No, it wasn't the emails. They hated her before the emails.
Oh.
They hated her back when Bill Clinton was getting his dick sucked. They didn't like Hillary because Bill got his dick sucked in the White House.
No, that made her a strong wife.
No, that women were mad at her. Like, why? How dare you stay? While you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say the D word, should I? I'm sorry. I apologize. That's just.
They slogging.
It's the way that this what happened. But while someone was performing oral sex on Bill Clinton in the White House, women were mad that she didn't leave her man. How dare you stay with that man? And people hated her for that.
Well, listen, I still vote, like you said. I'm going for whoever the blue party put up in there. You hear me? It don't. If it's Tukey Williams, Hillary Clinton, or Kamala Harris, I'm gonna go blue, true blue, because that's what I was born into. You can't switch parties. You stay with the gang you was born into. Don't set trip. Don't go over to the blood side, see how it's over there. You just trying to, you went to spend the night over your cousins. You liked it over there. Now you throwing up blood. You voting for a Republican. No, stay true blue. Just vote blue straight down the middle, man. Local and international. Local and international, make sure you vote blue. Always. You have to stay loyal. See, when they caught you straying, that was you being disloyal to your party, man.
I don't know that I agree with what it is that you're saying, but you have a right to say it.
Yeah, you can't slay away. Make sure you stay. It don't matter who, like you said. You said you would vote for Lucifer over Trump.
No, I said I would stay home. I wouldn't vote for either.
Interesting. But if Lucifer was on the blue side, you know what you got to do.
Stay home. If Trump is on the other side.
Staying home is not what got us free out of them chains. You hear me?
Hey.
Staying home ain't what got us free out them chains. We was on the chain gang. You forgot?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You can't you have to vote. That's what our ancestors died for.
No, I don't agree with that. You don't have to vote.
You have to.
No,
you ain't got no choice.
You should vote. I think you should vote, but
you have to.
No, you don't. There's no law that says you have to vote.
No, I'm talking about your honor, your integrity as a black man. These people gave their lives as a chain gang. They were slaves. You seen what they did to them. You seen what they did to them.
I'm not sure who the them is that you're talking about.
Listen, our ancestors was doing cotton. We wasn't even paid, and we was getting, you know what I mean? We was having babies by the owners of these plantations.
Okay.
And it was not consensual. So these people died for us to vote today. You have to vote as a black person.
Well,
you know what I mean? 'Cause
I would challenge that a little bit, but it's not really worth it. I would just say that you have a right to vote. Some would even say you have a duty to vote, but it's not mandatory that you vote. Just like you have a right to vote, you got a right to not vote.
I don't know, man. I mean, you seen what they did. And I'm talking about, like, if you lose this election, remember, this election is the most important election of all time. It's the most important since Michael Dukakis. You remember Michael Dukakis?
I remember Michael Dukakis. I don't know that
yes, sir.
I don't know that this election. I don't know that election was all that important. I mean, they're all important, but I wouldn't put that election on the level of importance of this election, because clearly we know that the person who won, who wasn't Michael Dukakis, didn't do away with democracy. And I know people think I'm overdoing it. I'm
No,
overselling
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
But
It
I
was the
really
losers,
believe
sir.
that Donald Trump will, if he wins, he will do everything in his power to not leave office until he dies.
Michael Dukakis losing that election crippled the economy. We needed that man in office. We went hard for Michael Dukakis. That's what I'm saying. You have to concentrate more on the losers than the winners. Of course, the winner gonna mess it up. We never wanted him in power. We wanted
That
Dukakis
was
in there.
George W. Bush, right?
There it is. There, Jeopardy, Final Jeopardy. Come on now, Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek. Yes, that's what. Thank you, Bush, and you know what that was about. So if Dukakis in there, you flip the whole world upside down. We're flourishing. See what I mean? President
Yes.
Dukakis. Never forget about him. Never.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yep. Hey, I mean, you know how hard it was for him to lose that one. That was very difficult. A very difficult loss.
All right.
Yep. Yes, sir.
CK, I appreciate your call.
Appreciate you.
All right. That was CK. Vernon, I meant, did I say George W? I meant HW. George H.W. Bush, not George W. Bush. Thank you, Vernon. Vernon says Bush ran against Gore the first time and against Kerry the second time. But of course, I meant H.W., the daddy. Twin.
Hello.
Yes, twin.
What's up, young blood?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I can't call it. Just listen to your show. I'm surprised you came in. I
Why?
was expecting you to be off.
Why?
Hey, you say you come in, you probably got something important to do or something like that.
It's got this little thing called a life. And,
Yeah.
Sometimes important stuff happens.
Yeah. I'm glad you showed up and everything, man.
Now,
I ain't too much
now just
want nothing, but
yeah, just for you. Hold on, just for you. Since I know you don't like talking about politics,
what's up?
let's talk about anything other than politics. What's on your mind?
We can talk about politics.
No,
We can
you don't
talk
like talking about politics.
I don't care, man. It is what it is, man.
Oh, okay.
We can talk about it. Who was that? Comfy lotion. I want to know if it's selling like pussy and all that.
What?
I want to know. Yeah, I said it. I want to know. Dude got on there earlier, talking about that Comfy lotion. I want to know. He said it can heal. Did he say it can heal the heart or something like that?
It healed somebody's heart disease, he said.
It heals just for what is it? Just straight lotion or something?
I don't know what I don't know what the ingredients are, man. I don't know.
Well, you said it was sticky and all that.
Yes, it was sticky.
Sound like some weird stuff, man.
I don't know what's in it. All I know is I put a little bit on my finger and it was sticky and I was like, no, thank you.
What, sticky like glue or something? Or after somebody bust a nut and
just
be
sticky.
sticky like that?
It was just sticky. I've never, after somebody bust a nut, put it on my finger to see how it feel. So I wouldn't be able to tell you about that.
He said, you silly, man. He's silly. But I just want to know, man, because he talking about it can heal your heart and that extra stuff. That's what threw me. I'm like, what type of lotion is this? I mean, I'm heard of, but when he threw me off when he talking about it can heal your heart and everything, I'm like, well, I don't want that lotion because I ain't never heard no. Well, he is Dr. Baby now.
But if it could actually heal your heart, what's wrong with that?
What the FDA say about it, D?
Those statements probably have not been evaluated by the FDA, but look, he has anecdotal evidence, and the anecdotal evidence is him telling you that it healed people.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's fake Dr. Satin. But for me, that don't even sound right. The words coming out of his mouth when he said heal your heart and that extra stuff.
Oh, you could try it. What
No,
what in the hell do you have to lose?
No, I'm cool. I'd rather for a broad to nut on me or whatever, come on me than use some stuff like that. say it.
Okay.
Crazy. Hey, Emmanuel,
Yes, sir.
voting and everything. Why they just push the issues like that? And like CK, like our ancestors did this, yeah, whatever. But we still ain't living to what our ancestors died for, or whatever the case may be, and everything. Why people got to really push the issue of getting people to vote and everything? It's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want to do.
And it is your prerogative, Bobby Brown. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But people did lose their lives fighting for your right to vote. And a lot of people think that to honor those people, and because while people act like it's not, that is how we select our leaders. We get out and we vote. And to say, look, I'm going to give you the keys to my whole life, to everything that I do, to my freedom of movement, to my freedom of speech, to my freedom of religion. I'm going to give you the keys, or saying, look, whoever y'all choose, they can decide how I live, how I worship, where I go, if I can go there, do I have rights, and what can I and what can I do. I'm not willing most times to leave it up to everybody else to decide for me who speaks for me.
So earlier today on a radio show, you had the leader up in there, which is Mayor Affleck, and you hear black communities crying out this and that when the music fest, but they don't get paid. Why they not stepping up? The local leaders and politicians, councilmen, and everything else, when they know black folks bring all the money, revenue every year to Cincinnati, but y'all the one main ones that vote for him. Why he couldn't say nothing about that?
Well,
Or people don't go to him with it.
Well, he did say something about it. But here's the point. You vote for people, right? Not you, but regular people. We vote for people. And then we have to hold them to something. Okay?
So, yeah, I understand. But when the next time go around for them to get back in office, I would be like the people, hell no, I ain't vote for you. Because some of them just get in there pump faking and all that and, sitting there, no, that's not right, man. And people so worried about, I ain't just running down there to vote and all that. I ain't with all that mess, man. Because the only thing they gonna do is lie, man. Like if they, young lady, Lisa Reese, I think she is running. I'm a vote for her because I see what she's doing for the community and everything and what she bringing in Cincinnati. They should have been did this in Cincinnati because I know James Brown rolling in his grave right now. They should have been hit that Walk of Fame about, especially when that Mayor Mallory was in the house. Mayor, come on, man, it's crazy. Man.
But hold on, let me say this. Let me say this, Twin. I know we go back and forth on this, but sometimes you have to be the change that you want to see. Okay? And it always bothers me a little bit when I hear
if I can be the change so I can go down there and raise hell at City Hall when I want to?
Or yes, that, or you could run.
Maybe that's what I want to do. I'm not getting into no politics, so get that out your head. But maybe that's what I'm going to do one day. I'm going to go down there one day when I get time.
That it, Twin.
Soon as possible to raise hell to see.
Twin, just so you know, that is also getting involved in politics.
I mean,
it's a good way. I'm not telling you not to do it. It's a good thing. But yeah, you got to get down there and hold people accountable. Like, hey, you said you was going to do this when you was running, and it's been a year. It's been a year and a half, and you ain't done nothing. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with doing that. Just not enough people do it.
All right. I got a call. I'm going to give my brother a call.
Oh, all right. That was him, his brother calling. Got to pick up that call. Yeah. I'm a big... Now, he hung up. But I will just tell you this. You go down there and, as you said, raise hell. even if you don't raise hell, if you just question political leaders, understand that you're gonna make enemies. Not even necessarily of the political leaders, but you're gonna make enemies of the people who like those particular political leaders. I don't think a lot of people understand that, but it's true. If you go down there, like let's say AFTAP said, when I get in office, I'm gonna lower the sales tax in Cincinnati, right? And he has the power to do that. And he doesn't do that. And then I show up to council or, get on a platform, radio, whatever. And I say, AFTAP promised us that he was going to lower these taxes. And he didn't do it. And we need to hold him accountable. Don't ask me why I'm yelling. That's the way I would say it probably. You know that the people who like AFTAP, you just hate AFTAP. No, he made us a promise and he didn't do it. No, you hate AFTAP. Now they hate you. What's your crime? You asked AFTAP to keep his promise. And then that's going to galvanize them even more behind AFTAP because now you got a hater. AFTAP got haters. But what did he ask AFTAP to do? He wanted to lower taxes. But did AFTAP say he was going to lower taxes? You just hate AFTAP. No matter what. Because people are, I want to say tribal, but I don't want to misuse that term. People rally around the people that they like and don't pay any attention to the stuff that's not favorable for those people. We see it with Trump. We saw it with Biden. We see it. It's just the way it is. So understand, you want to get in this political realm. It comes with enemies. It comes with enemies. So just understand that. Just understand that. And you got to be willing. You got to be willing to be hated. Because think about this. I don't really want to use AFTAP because I have nothing against AFTAP. I run for office, right? I become the mayor. I make promises. I don't keep those promises. The fact that I ran for office and became the mayor means there's a lot of people who back me. Because people don't vote based on, a lot of times, people don't vote based on anything other than, I like that guy and I trust him. That's a lot of times, that's it. I like that guy. I trust him. It's not real trust. It's likability trust, which is different than trust. There's a lot of people that I like, but I wouldn't give them my money to hold. You know what I'm saying? To pay my mortgage. Like, here, hold on to that. I got to pay the mortgage next month, so you hold on to that, and I'm going to do whatever else, and then trust that when I come back next month, they're going to have all my money. I like them, but I don't trust them like that. So it's a different kind of trust. And if I like you enough, then I accept, this is like trust. If I like you enough, then I accept, based on nothing almost, that you will do what you say you will do. And if you don't, I like you enough, so it's not that important. We'd be all right. So I become elected. That means there are tens of thousands of people who like me. Thus, they support me. So when you come and challenge me, Unless I've done something to make myself unlikable, which if it's me, you know I'm going to do something to make myself unlikable. It's just, I can't help it. I don't try. It just is what it is. But if I got thousands of people, tens of thousands of people who like me, and you challenging me because I said I'm going to do this, that means now there are tens of thousands of people who hate you. They don't even know you. All they know about you is that you challenged the guy that they like and trust. None of this stuff politically is easy. That's really what I'm saying. That's really what I'm saying. And that's why a lot of people don't get involved. And I keep hearing, I talked about this, I keep hearing people, well, you got to ask for this. And why ain't black people asking for that? And why do black people always get the short end of the stick? And why black people this? And why black people that? That's the way it is. Because I don't know that there's enough people willing to endure the hatred that people endure to fight for what they believe is right. It's so much easier to say behind the scenes, either I ain't gonna vote. It don't make a difference. Or they're always doing us wrong. We got to do something about it. And then do nothing. Like, it's easier to complain about it than to work to fix it. That's just the truth. It's real easy to complain. Gas is $3.49 a gallon. $3.49 a gallon. Gas is $3.49 a gallon. Gas is $3.49 a gallon. See how easy that is? A carton of eggs is $12. A carton of eggs is $12. No matter if it's factual. Just say it. Just say it. Carton of eggs is $12. You know how much they was when Trump was in office? 99 cents. Since Trump done left office and Biden took over, it's $12 for a carton of eggs. People ain't gonna check. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna check. If you start telling people right now, for real, if you start telling people right now, if we made this a whole movement to tell people that eggs was $12 a carton, you would eventually have people running around talking about eggs is $12 a carton. People don't check stuff like that. They just don't. A whole lot of people don't go to the store and buy eggs. It's true, they don't. And they'll believe whatever it is. They'll just believe whatever. And don't dare correct them. Don't correct them. All I'm really saying is, it takes effort to fix some of these problems that we have. And it is much easier to complain about these problems that we have than to fix these problems that we have. Ron called in. No, Ron didn't call in. Ron didn't call in. Janice, see, I keep wanting to put these comments up on the screen, but I can't put them up on the screen. Oh, Ron is getting mad at somebody. But yeah, you got to get involved if you want to see change. If you want to see change, got to get involved. It's just the way it works. Just the way it works. Y'all, I know I came on late. I got to get ready to get out of here. I got a few things that I have to do today. But I'm excited. If nobody else is excited, I'm excited about Kamala Harris being the nominee. I'm not going to say I told you so, because I didn't. I could. I'm gonna start making. I heard Twin a few times today talk about some profit, and I'm not against profits. I'm always fascinated, when I run across prophets and they're delivering prophecies. I've had a few prophets prophesy to me, and none of those prophecies ever came true. But that don't mean the prophecy ain't real. But I heard Twin saying earlier today that some prophet somewhere prophesied that something big was going to happen. Something major was going to happen. Look, if that's all it takes to be a prophet, which I don't really think it is, I could do that all day. To me, it's like a fortune teller. You say something vague, and people make it whatever it is that they want it to be. And Twin was fascinated. I meant to ask him about it when he called in. Like a prophet said something major was going to happen, and then look what happened. Joe Biden dropped out the race. Does that count as a prophecy? Well, he said something else major was going to happen. Look, something major is going to happen eventually. I don't think that just saying something major gonna happen counts as a prophecy. Or even as I told you so. I hear a lot of people saying look, to me, you got to be very specific with I told you so. You got to be very specific. Everybody want to do I told you so. Everybody know what's going to happen before it happened. But a lot of this stuff just be general stuff. The price of gas is going to go down before the election. The price of gas is going to go down before the election. And then it's going to go back up. And then, what, in a week, when it dropped from $3.49 a gallon to $3.29 or $3.19 a gallon, I can come on here and say, didn't I tell y'all? You don't believe me? Here's the clip. See, I told y'all it was going to go down. That don't make me no prophet. I'm just saying stuff that I know gonna happen. Something major gonna happen. What? In what arena? And then give me some specifics. Because if that's prophecy, I'm telling you right now, something major is gonna happen. Think about how ridiculous that is. I didn't give you no time frame. I didn't give you no area that this major thing is gonna happen in. I just said something major is gonna happen. And then somebody could be watching this, and then, something major actually happens. Emanuel told us it was gonna happen, and then I could be on here like, I told y'all it was gonna happen. Look, I got the clip right here. Right here. It was Monday, July 22nd at 5:22. I said something major was gonna happen. There it is. See, didn't I tell y'all? In a major city in America, 3 people are going to get shot on the same day. Before the end of August. I told you so. I told you it was going to happen. It was 5:23 on July 22nd. I told you, here's the clip. Mine was even more specific than something major going to happen. Come on, y'all. Everybody knows stuff. Everybody can predict certain stuff. And everybody can say, I told you so, about something that they said. People are, yes, Tanika, people are gullible. And it ain't just prophets. It's people just in general. Y'all don't know how much stuff I just lost a monitor. That monitor been kind of flickering on and off, and now it's gone. It's static. I'm going to have to look into that when I get off the air in a couple minutes. I could have predicted that, though. Oh, it just flashed back off. I predict it's going to flash back on. There it is. I'm a prophet. Or I know everything. I don't just be guessing. I be telling y'all this stuff. I hear people all the time in the political realm, and then they're all over the place. I told you this. I told you that. I told you this. Didn't I say this? Didn't I say that? I told you this was going to happen. I predicted that was going to happen. I knew that this was going to happen. One day that was going to I told y'all. Remember when I told y'all? I don't know what people get out of that. Now, who am I? I say I told you so all the time, but usually I say I told you so when it was something that I knew, and eventually I knew it would come to light. Like, I'm telling y'all, this dude is a racist. Yeah, oh no, he's such a nice guy. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, I think he identifies with us. Oh, he's so cool. And then 2 years later, he on the radio saying racist stuff. Oh, he's such a racist. I told y'all he was a racist. I don't know why y'all didn't believe me. I'll do that. Like I tried to warn y'all. But, I just want us to think more, be more open, or less open-minded, I guess I should say. Less susceptible to this stuff. I don't know who's going to win the election. I hope it's the Democratic candidate, and I hope that candidate is Kamala Harris. I'm not telling you as no matter of fact that if Donald Trump gets in office, he ain't never going to leave. I'm telling you it's what I believe. Telling you it's what I believe. If it happened, then I'll be able to say, I thought this was what was going to happen, but I won't be on here. I told y'all. So remember, I told y'all it was 4 years ago I said he not going to leave. Go back and watch the... That's what I believe. I could be wrong. But I know Twin and others, we got to participate in this system in some way, shape, or form. We got to have some skin in the game if we want to see any sort of change. And that skin in the game comes in many different ways. Even if nothing else but your vote. Oh, I don't think my vote count. I don't think your vote count. Well, put a little skin in the game. What is it going to hurt you to vote? If it don't count, then why not go ahead and do it? We don't elect the president. They select the president. All right, so your vote don't count. Well, then go ahead and vote anyway. What do it hurt? It don't count. It's a waste of my time. I don't want to waste my time. How much time do you waste on a daily basis? Doing nothing. Watching TV. Just riding around. Or, among the many things we do to waste time. So those few minutes, because I've never been, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because clearly it does. I've never been in a situation where I had to wait hours to vote. Twin calling back. Only because I invoked his name, I'll accept this call, even though I feel like I might regret this at some point. Twin!
Yeah, I was calling you back, man.
All right. Tell me about that prophet.
Yeah, you, what you say, your light and stuff was going out?
My
you
monitor on this side, I don't know if you can see the reflection on my hand, but my monitor
Yeah.
on this side is going in and out. You can't see it. I'm looking.
Yeah, that was God about to punish you. Don't play with the prophet, man. You shouldn't play with God
What did the prophet say?
He, before Sunday, he said, let me see.
Come on, don't make it up so that it sound more specific now. What did he actually say?
If you let me get it out, you prosecute it and wait.
Go ahead.
He said some major historical about to happen. It came to pass on Sunday, which was Kamala Harris.
Hold on.
Wait.
When did he say this?
This was Saturday, and it came to pass on Sunday when he said he about to step down. That's when Kamala Harris came the next bid for running for the president.
Did he tell you when this major historical thing was going to happen?
Before the month of July is out. And what happened? We almost out the month of July. It came to pass yesterday. Second thing he said is about to be another assassination. But we better be prayed up.
It's about to be another assassination.
Yeah. Anything he prophesied come to pass. Just like when he said...
Did he give us a time frame on this
Come on, stop playing with God. Like, I don't play like that, man.
I'm asking a question. Did he give us a time frame on the second assassination?
Prophecy ain't gotta be on point. It could come 2 days from now, years from now. It don't have to be on point. As long as you got God give you the gift. He got a gift for people to heal somebody else. Got people, the gift for prophesying. It's different gifts. A gift for you probably being a photographer or a choreographer or musician or whatever. It's gifts that God and talent He give you, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
Hold on.
Right?
Twin.
I grew up in Church of God, Pentecostal.
Twin.
Holiness, man. So
Twin.
all that mess I don't play with God like
Twin.
this. See,
Twin.
make this a show.
I'm not playing
What?
with God. I think that I'm not even, and I don't know this prophet, but I think if your prophecies are that vague, those aren't prophecies.
What is it then, man? If God telling you something,
It's the same thing
Man,
as
what church
what was
you
her
go
name?
to?
Miss Cleo.
man, that's it. Man, come on, man. No, it's not. No, I don't know what that devil field junkie voodoo stuff they be on, but no, it's not. I definitely don't believe in that. That's playing with the Ouija board, devilish stuff. So I don't play with that, man.
Twin, twin. That is
Man.
so vague that at some point from now until the end of time, there will be another assassination attempt. How vague is that? That's not no prophecy.
Okay. He even said God put it in his spirit, in his heart. And everything he said, just like he said, it's going to be a day before the police, it's going to be a day that the police going to regret for putting on their uniform. He said this about 10 years ago. He said it's going to be killing and everything else in the street. And what happened? All this gang banging and everything. So
There
come
was
on,
killing
man.
in the street already. How is that
No,
a
it wasn't.
prophecy?
It wasn't heavy like that, man. When the time, this stuff didn't really start going heavy when Chief Keef and all them came about. Come on, man. It wasn't like that. See, I wish you. I'm gonna send it to your email. Your Facebook message, and then you go see what I'm talking about.
Can I prophesy?
If you got the gift of God, if God gave you the gift or whatever, yeah, you can prophesy.
But let me fake prophesy. Okay? In November, see, I'm gonna be specific. In November, there's gonna be.
You want to play and
There's
stuff,
gonna be.
man. I ain't got time.
Can I get my prophecy out?
No, you
Can
ain't.
I get
no,
it
I'm
out?
about to listen to you.
Can
I'm
I
about
get
to listen to you tell
Can
your
I
little
get the
comedy
prophecy
show, man.
out?
No, that's not no prophecy.
That is.
It's not.
It's even
No,
more
it's not.
specific than at some point in time in history there's going to be another assassination attempt.
Man, that's called November 4th. Y'all go vote. That's what you about to say.
No, I'm not.
Man,
I'm
yes,
not
yes,
about to
yes,
say
yes,
that.
it is. No,
I am not
that's what
about
you-
to say that.
you-
How you going
All
to
right,
try
go
to
ahead,
discredit
Mr.
my
Extra.
prophecy? How you going to try to discredit my prophecy?
No, because you full of shit when it come to Jesus, man. No, I'm not with that, man. I'm not with that playing with God. I might joke and all this,
What I'm
but when
telling
it
you,
come to God
what I'm
and my
telling
belief,
you,
I don't play like that.
twin.
What?
What I'm telling you is, I'm not even saying whoever this guy is not a prophet. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is there is nothing amazing or fascinating even about somebody saying something that's so vague that you can look at it and say, sometime between now and the end of time, this thing is gonna happen. That's not prophecy.
What is it then?
That's just making stuff up.
What church you go to? I want to visit that church. I really want to sit down and visit that church. See what type of message your preacher preach about.
Okay, hold on, do you want to know? You want to know? I'll tell you.
Yeah, I do.
You got a pen and paper? A pen and a piece of paper?
I know my way around Cincinnati.
Okay, I go to Fresh Anointing Impact Church.
Where that's at?
Well, right now we have services over in Walnut Hills on Alms Way.
Fresh
You know
Anointing.
where Brian Walker at Bethel Baptist Church is?
In Walnut Hills?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
So Alms Way, I believe. The church building is Bethel Baptist. Now they have service in the morning. I think they start at 11. We start at 1:30.
I know what that's at. Somebody did a concert there.
Yeah, somebody did a concert there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
So you go to that church, and that's a holiness church, right? Because you said anointed.
I don't know that it's a holiness church. It's a church.
You
Just because you say anointing doesn't mean it's holiness.
Why come it ain't?
Because it doesn't. That's just a word, bro. Anybody can say anointing.
Okay, man. What's y'all believe? Non-denominational or what?
But pretty much non-denominational. It kind of stems from the whole Pentecostal and.
So y'all baptized in Jesus' name, right?
Yes.
Only one name, right? Because Baptists and other churches believe in Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's two beliefs, and like Church of God in Christ Pentecost believe in one. But other churches you go to Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You know that, right?
Okay, if you say so.
So what's y'all baptism when y'all baptized? Just under one name?
I believe, but I'm not 100%.
Either yes or no. When they baptize y'all, what is it?
I said I believe, but I'm not sure. I wasn't baptized there. And when they be baptizing people, I'll be honest. I don't be like, did he say Jesus? I don't know.
Ain't you the choreographer or whatever? Do the musician and all that video?
Huh?
Do you record at the
yes.
The church?
Yes. And I'm usually more kind of focused on making sure we got the shot, making sure the sound is right, making sure everything, the mics is working, all that kind of stuff. I'm not like, did he say Jesus? Did he say Father, Son, and Holy Ghost? What did he say? I don't know.
You basically the water boy then.
If you want to call it that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with you saying that. It don't bother me.
Yeah, but yeah, man, but
now that you know where I go to church, will you listen to my prophecy?
No, I'm listening to that little comedy show you about to put on. That's what I'm about to listen to. Go ahead, though. I'll listen.
In November, a new president will be elected in the United States of America. Don't interrupt the prophecy. Don't interrupt the prophecy.
No, quit playing with God.
A new president will be elected. It won't be the president that's currently in office. It'll be somebody other than him. And then in January of 2025, there'll be an inauguration.
They say that every 4 years. So what prophecy you get that from? That's not a prophecy. That's what they do every 4 years.
That's the same thing as that dude who told you that people gonna get killed in the street. The same dude that told you at some point in history there's gonna be assassination attempt. The same person who told you something major is gonna happen. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
What's the difference?
The difference is what God's telling you. If God, see, you have to go to really. I never been. I go to church, but some preachers I've been around don't have the gift of prophecy. But coming from Chicago, the churches, big churches I go to, they got the gift of prophecy. I never ran to one down. I'm pretty sure some down in Cincinnati. I ain't gonna knock them. But when I was going to church in Chicago, I've been prophesied to a lot of things, and every prophecy that he said came true.
But what was the prophecies? Like, you gonna have a birthday?
Huh?
What was the prophecies? Like, you know, was it like you gonna have a birthday? You gonna have a child at one point?
What happened was, I'm
You
gonna give
drive.
you 2 examples. Come on, man, stop playing. When I was coming from the court playing basketball, and I had a drink in my pocket. He didn't know this drink was in my pocket, but I had put it before I went to inside the church. I put it behind my pocket and everything, and so I sat down. And so he said, "That one of the twins?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Stand up." He said, "Give me that pop behind that's in your pocket," and it shocked me. I'm like, I ain't knew it. I said, "You want it?" He said, "No," and then he started saying something else. Then next time he prophesied to me, he was like, "Don't argue with nobody over no money and everything." Within a day or two later, somebody came to me and confronted me about wanting some money and everything, and I just laughed at him and everything. Then, bro, you ain't gonna give it. So I just played it off.
Oh my God.
So I believe in prophecy, man.
Twin.
What, man?
Neither of those things is a prophecy, man. If you walk into a church with a big alcohol bottle in your pocket, and I know you an alcoholic, and then I see you with a big bottle of alcohol, and I'll be like, "Hey, stand up, give me that bottle." You're like, "How did he know I had a bottle?" You got a big bottle in your pocket. That's not hard to spot.
Why come it? He didn't know he up there, what you call it?
He can see. Was he blind? Was he blind?
Don't play with me, man.
If he wasn't blind,
he a big-time,
he can
bitch.
see.
He over
You can
several churches, he a
see.
big-time bitch. What did you talking about? Is he blind, man? So you want to
Right, that's what I'm saying. You acting like it's some big surprise. You got a whole alcohol bottle in your pocket. Talking about, well, how did he know? He can see.
I didn't say nothing about an alcohol bottle. See how you put words in my mouth trying to, man, you extra, man. That's why I'm telling you, I don't like joking about God, man.
I could have swore you said it was a bottle of alcohol, and how did he know?
I said a pop, man, a can of pop, man. I ain't say nothing.
You did not say no can of pop.
Why would I look like taking a damn, a bottle of alcohol in there? I didn't mention nothing about
Well, that's
liquor out
even
my mouth.
more obvious. He could see you with a whole can of pop in your pocket. He can see,
No, you can't.
man. He can see.
You know what, man? If you want to be on Apollo, they open on Saturdays if they still doing showtime or whatever.
And anybody can tell you, this is not even a prophecy. Don't argue with people over money. How is that a prophecy? That's just good advice. That's not a prophecy.
If God laid something to you, leading them to say something to you or whatever, he go deliver the message, whatever God say. So what is you talking about, man? If he got the gift, he's a big time bishop and all that. He have the gift of prophecy. Then you have to say what God's telling him to say.
But
if you ain't got,
but I don't know. Look, everything that somebody says as a prophet is not a prophecy. And so if I tell you, like, bro, don't argue with people over money, and then tomorrow somebody bring up something about some money, and you're like, I ain't even gonna argue with you. I didn't prophesy to you. I just gave you some good advice.
No, it wasn't. It was a message from God to give to me, goofy. You sound goofy, man. Who raised you? Man, you sound goofy, man. Well, I want to know. I'm going to visit your church, and I'm going to sit back in the cut and see what type of message he delivered.
But you had a whole can of pop. You had a whole can of pop in your pocket, and you're shocked that the preacher could see a whole can. Like, a can ain't small, bro. You had a can of pop in your pocket. How did he know? He got eyes.
Hey, I'm done talking, man, because you sound like it's a comedy show, and when you start talking about God and all that, I ain't with that.
I'm just...
So you have a nice day. No, you ain't telling me nothing. You a joke.
All right, I'm sorry for joking. He got mad at God. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to joke. I didn't mean to joke. see if I can. It is. How did he know that I had a bottle of wine in my pocket? I was just standing there minding my own business, and I wasn't bothering nobody. And next thing I know, he was like, "Hey, take that wine out your pocket." How did he know I had a bottle of wine in my pocket? Bro, you had a whole can of pop in your pocket. He could see. That's not prophetic. Those are just like your regular 5 senses. And usually it's the first one. It's the first one. Sight. What? How did he know I had a bottle in my pocket? Oh my goodness. And I'm not even, dogging prophets, but the stuff he said is not prophecy. Whoever the minister is might be an amazing prophet, can see the future, but he can also see. How did he know that I had a bottle of wine in my pocket? Don't argue with nobody over money. And then 2 days later, somebody came up to me and said something about some money. And I was like, boy, that prophet. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. Maybe he said, the Spirit of the Lord told me to tell you that in the next few days, somebody's going to approach you and there's going to be a disagreement about money. And if you argue about this disagreement about money, if you engage in this argument, you're going to lose your life. So the Spirit of the Lord is telling me to tell you, when somebody approaches you in the next few days about money, don't engage in the argument. Saved your life. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. But just somebody came up to you and said, don't argue about money. Life is too short to be arguing about money. And then somebody be like, hey, man, what about that $10? How the prophet told me. He didn't even say the Spirit of the Lord told him. He just said, give good man-to-man advice. You can't get me with the bottle or can of pop, whatever it is, in the pocket. You can't get me with that. That's not, I went to sit down and he was like, hey, twin, give me that out your pocket. How did he know? Because you got a whole bottle in your pocket. Y'all, I got to go. I'm sorry. Ron says, that's what he was saying. But you trying to be disrespectful and funny. That's amazing, coming from a Christian and a preacher's kid that was so disrespectful, Emanuel. No, it wasn't. That's not what he said. He was clear about what the dude said. The dude said there's going to be death in the streets. And 10 years later, would you know there was death in the streets? this is personal, my personal thought. I think prophecy is a little more specific. And maybe even a little more intentional. I'm going to use the term intentional. It's not the word I was looking for, but I had 17th degree COVID, so, words don't come to me that quick. And a little more intentional. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's not, because, God is God. I'm not sure that God is, I don't even know I want to use the term wasting precious prophecy on showing the prophet that you got a pop in your pocket. How did that benefit or edify the body of Christ? That you had a pop in your pocket and that he could see. Let's assume he didn't see the pop. It was well hidden in your pocket. You sit down in church and the prophet calls you out and says, hey, give me that pop out your pocket. He had no idea you had a pop. Somebody in here got a pop in their pocket. Scrape, Shasta. Give it to me. How does that help anything or anybody? I believe prophecy is typically helpful to the body of Christ, or at least to you. How is that helpful? Delicious, purple, fizzy. It's in a can. The can is brown with purple writing. It's got little bubbles on it. Shasta. I'm seeing Shasta. It's an old pop. It's got the little thing. You pull the whole ring off. How is that beneficial to the body of Christ? I'm not sure that prophecy is used for that. I'm not saying whoever it is ain't a prophet. And I'm not saying they haven't given good prophecies. I just don't believe seeing a pop in somebody's pocket makes you a prophet. On a totally unrelated note, I once had a whole pack of cookies in my pocket. Had on some baggy pants. Had a whole pack of cookies. The little Debbie cookies. I guess they still do. They used to come in a little thing. And it was the little Debbie cookies, and I had them in my pocket. And I was going upstairs, and my mama was like, hey, what's that in your pocket? What? What do you mean? What you talking about? What is that in your pocket, boy? Cookies. Okay. All right. Why you got them in your pocket? Because there was no reason for me to sneak them by her, because I wasn't there was no prohibition on cookies in the house. I really just didn't want nobody else to see them because I wanted to eat them all myself. And she didn't make me share. Normally, my mama was good on making us share stuff sometimes. She didn't make me share. But I'll be honest, I was not shocked that she saw a whole pack of cookies in my pocket. Y'all got to get out of here. How we got on prophecy? I don't know how we got on prophecy. I got to get out of here. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. At some point, the sun is going to go down. It's It's going to be dark. But before then, before that happens, I want everybody to be the reason that somebody smiles. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.